You've spent decades mastering the road, but as your body changes, so should your approach. Riding in your 50s, 60s, and beyond is still possible and more enjoyable than ever. Let's find out how in today's video, and watch till the end to uncover the best way to ride when you get older. Number 7. Know your limits and ride within them. There comes a time in every rider's journey when confidence evolves into wisdom. That change doesn't mean the end of motorcycling, it signals the beginning of a new chapter. For riders over 50, knowing your limits and riding within them is the single most essential tip for staying safe, comfortable, and happy on the road. Aging doesn't mean giving up the ride. It means adjusting how, when, and what you ride. And the smartest riders are not the fastest. They are the ones still riding decades after others have given up. First, consider how your riding endurance has changed. What used to feel like an effortless all-day ride might now leave you sore, stiff, or mentally drained. One of the best things you can do is shorten your rides and schedule more breaks. A 2-hour ride through the hills can be just as satisfying and far more enjoyable than pushing yourself for 6 hours non-stop. It's not about limiting fun. It's about managing energy and preserving your passion. Next, rethink your relationship with weather. When you were younger, you may have powered through rainstorms or cold snaps without a second thought. Now, even moderate discomfort can lead to greater risk. Older riders often have more joint sensitivity, reduced circulation, and slower reaction times in cold or wet conditions. Planning your rides around favorable weather isn't caution, it's common sense. The better the conditions, the better your ride. Another key factor is fatigue. It's not always dramatic, but it creeps in quietly. Muscle fatigue, slower reflexes, or simply losing mental focus after a couple of hours can impact your riding more than you realize. Schedule breaks before you feel tired. Get off the bike, stretch, drink water, and take a few minutes to reset. This one habit can drastically reduce risk and help you enjoy the entire journey, not just the first half. It's also time to examine your mental approach. Riders often hold on to expectations based on their younger selves, faster, bolder, tougher. But maturity brings a new kind of confidence, the ability to choose your ride based on what feels good, not what looks impressive. There is no prize for enduring discomfort or keeping pace with others who are no longer riding the same way you are. The reward is in making the ride yours, on your terms. If you ride with others, be honest about your pace. Choose companions who support your style and don't pressure you to keep up or take unnecessary risks. Many older riders find that solo rides or cruising with 1 or 2 like-minded friends offer far more enjoyment than group rides with mismatched expectations. Most importantly, listen to your body. If a movement feels strained, if your hands go numb, or if your vision or hearing is changing, take it seriously. Get help, modify your bike setup, or even choose a different riding position. You are not giving up, you are adapting. Once you recognize your new limits, the next step is choosing a bike that fits them. Are you enjoying these tips for a safer, more comfortable ride? Like, subscribe, and comment below with your best advice for older riders. Let's keep the conversation going. Number 6. Choose a bike that's easy to handle. Not all motorcycles are created equal, and as you get older, that truth becomes clearer with every ride. When you're young, you can muscle your way through almost anything. Top-heavy bikes, tall saddles, aggressive riding postures. But with time, priorities shift. Comfort, control, and confidence start to matter far more than flash, speed, or even brand loyalty. That's why choosing a motorcycle that's easy to handle is one of the smartest decisions you can make as a seasoned rider. So what does easy to handle really mean? It starts with weight. As your strength and balance change over time, lighter bikes become far more manageable. A motorcycle that weighs under 500 pounds can make a world of difference when it comes to parking, backing up, or maneuvering at low speeds. You don't need to give up power. Many middleweight cruisers and standards offer plenty of torque without the bulk of heavy touring machines. Center of gravity is another critical factor. Bikes with a low center of gravity, especially cruisers and some retro standards, are much easier to control, especially when coming to a stop or riding in traffic. The lower the weight sits, the less it fights you during a sudden lean or unexpected stop. Even tall riders often find low-slung bikes more confidence-inspiring tiring, especially in unpredictable conditions. Then there's seat height. As hips and knees become less flexible, swinging a leg over a high saddle becomes more of a challenge. A lower seat allows you to plant both feet firmly on the ground, giving you better balance at intersections and in parking lots. It also reduces the risk of tipping the bike during tight maneuvers. Look for motorcycles with seat heights under 29 inches if stability is a concern. Handlebar positioning and foot controls matter too. You want to avoid any posture that puts strain on your wrists, shoulders, or lower back. Upright riding positions with mid-controls or forward controls can ease pressure and give you more endurance over time. If a bike feels like it's pulling your arms forward or folding your knees tight, it may be time to find something more neutral and open. Ease of handling also includes turning radius, clutch feel, and brake performance. Older riders may prefer bikes with a softer clutch lever, especially in city traffic. Smooth throttle response and progressive brakes reduce fatigue and help you ride with precision rather than force. Smaller displacement engines, such as 500 to 800 cubic centimeters, can be surprisingly capable while keeping things manageable and responsive. Some of the most popular options among older riders include the Honda Rebel Series, the Yamaha Bolt, and the Kawasaki Vulcan S. These bikes are known for their rider-friendly ergonomics, smooth power delivery, and low-maintenance designs. They offer the kind of experience that doesn't fight you but instead works with your body, not against it. Finally, test rides matter more than ever. Don't rely on specs alone. Visit dealerships. Sit on bikes and see how they feel under you. Can you flat-footed at a stoplight? Does the handlebar angle suit your shoulder mobility? Is the weight manageable when you put it on the side stand? These little moments tell you far more than a brochure ever will. Now that your bike suits your body, let's look at how your body can suit the ride. Want gear that keeps you riding longer and safer? Check out our favorite rider-tested helmets, gloves, and seats. Links are right below this video. Number 5. Focus on joint-friendly ergonomics. Your motorcycle should work with your body, not against it. And as you get older, the little aches and pains you once ignored can start shouting louder than your engine. That's why joint-friendly ergonomics become absolutely essential. If your knees feel tight, your wrists ache, or your back tenses up halfway through a ride, it's not just uncomfortable. It's a warning sign that your setup needs to change. The good news? You can make small adjustments that lead to massive improvements in comfort, endurance, and confidence. Let's start with handlebars. If you're riding with bars that are too low, too far forward, or at the wrong angle, your shoulders and wrists are going to feel it, especially on longer rides. Raised handlebars or pullback risers can bring the controls closer to your natural arm position. This not only reduces shoulder strain, but also improves leverage and slow-speed maneuverability. Ideally, your arm should rest in a relaxed, slightly bent position with your wrists neutral, not flexed or twisted. Now consider your foot position. Sports bikes place your legs in a tucked, high-knee position that may look cool but wreaks havoc on aging joints. Instead, go for mid-mounted or forward controls that let your knees extend more naturally. Forward controls allow for more leg room, while mid-controls offer a balance of comfort and control. Some cruisers even allow you to install highway pegs so you can switch leg positions on long rides, relieving pressure points and boosting circulation. Next up is the seat. A poorly shaped or overly firm seat can compress your tailbone and lower back, causing fatigue in under an hour. Look for a wide, cushioned saddle with good lumbar support. Memory foam or gel inserts can drastically reduce pressure on the hips and coccyx. Some riders even opt for custom seats tailored to their specific height, weight, and riding style. The difference is night and day. Your seat should be a support system, not a punishment bench. Vibration is another silent contributor to discomfort. Prolonged exposure can aggravate arthritis and joint inflammation in your hands, arms, and shoulders. Anti-vibration grips, padded gloves, and bar-end weights help minimize these effects. Suspension tuning also matters. Softening your suspension slightly can absorb bumps that would otherwise travel straight into your spine and joints. If your bike has adjustable suspension, don't hesitate to tweak it for a more compliant ride. Back support deserves special attention. Many riders riders over 50 experience lower back fatigue, especially on upright bikes without any lumbar bracing. Adding a backrest, either integrated into the seat or mounted to a rear rack, can make a huge difference. You'll notice the relief almost immediately on long rides, especially when cruising at highway speeds. It's not just about comfort, it's about maintaining core stability and posture over time. Finally, pay attention to reach and stretch. If you're stretching forward just to reach the clutch or brake lever, your riding posture is already off. Adjustable levers can bring the controls closer to your hands, giving you better feedback and less hand fatigue. Also, don't ignore gear fit. Tight jackets, restrictive pants, and stiff boots can all affect mobility, blood flow, and joint comfort. And that freedom becomes even more powerful when your gear supports your ride as well as your setup does. Number 4. Upgrade your riding gear for comfort. As you get older, riding comfort becomes more than a preference. It becomes a necessity. While younger riders often focus on speed, style, or the latest gadgets, experienced motorcyclists know that what you wear can define how long you ride, how safe you stay, and how much you enjoy the journey. Upgrading your riding gear with comfort in mind is one of the easiest and most effective ways to extend your time on the bike, and do it with less pain, fatigue, or distraction. Let's begin with helmets. A well-fitted helmet not only protects your head, but also reduces neck strain and pressure points. For older riders, modular helmets are an excellent choice. They offer full face protection when needed, but flip up easily for a breath of air, a drink of water, or a conversation at a stop. This versatility reduces the need to fully remove your helmet at every break, saving you time and effort. Additionally, look for helmets with lightweight construction, good airflow, and soft inner liners that won't irritate your scalp or ears during long rides. Gloves are another underestimated upgrade. As dexterity and circulation change with age, many riders find their fingers grow cold faster, or their grip gets weaker over time. Heated gloves or gloves with padded palms and reinforced knuckles can make a dramatic difference. They reduce vibration, increase comfort, and keep you warmer in cool temperatures. If arthritis or stiffness is an issue, gloves with pre-curved fingers and adjustable cuffs will ease the tension on your hands and wrists. Now let's talk about jackets. Traditional leather still has its place, but modern materials offer advanced protection without the bulk. Consider a textile jacket with built-in armor, zippered vents, and removable liners. These features allow you to ride in a wider range of temperatures and conditions without constantly changing layers. A well-ventilated jacket will keep you from overheating in the summer, while a thermal liner and windproof shell can keep you warm into the cooler months. Fit is critical. Your jacket should move with you, not against you. Pants and boots play a major role in comfort as well. Motorcycle jeans or armored riding pants with stretch panels reduce pressure on the knees and hips. Elastic waistbands, adjustable cuffs, and reinforced seats help you ride longer without developing hot spots or numbness. As for footwear, riding boots with a side zipper, non-slip soles, and ankle support can prevent fatigue and reduce the chance of injury during an unexpected stop or slip. Don't forget base layers. Moisture-wicking undershirts, padded shorts, and compression socks can prevent chafing, improve blood flow, and regulate body temperature during long rides. These small upgrades often go unnoticed until you try them, and then you'll wonder how you ever rode without them. For riders who live in colder climates or ride through fall and winter, consider heated gear systems that connect directly to your bike's battery. Heated vests, gloves, and insoles provide customizable warmth, allowing you to ride longer and more comfortably even when the temperature drops. For older riders with poor circulation, this can be the difference between riding year-round or packing it in for the season. And when you combine that comfort with a bike set up to fit your joints, your body truly starts to ride in harmony with the machine. Number 3. Prioritize simplicity and reliability. As the years roll on, every seasoned rider comes to appreciate one thing above all else: trust in their machine. When you swing your leg over the saddle, you want confidence that your bike will start the first time, run smoothly, and carry you home without any drama. That's why older riders must prioritize simplicity and reliability above novelty or complexity. Because at this stage of life, your motorcycle should be your partner, not a project. Let's start with the basics. In your younger years, you may have tolerated or even enjoyed the quirks of a stubborn carburetor, a stiff kickstarter, or an occasional electrical gremlin. But now, the charm wears thin quickly when your bike won't start after a coffee break or leaves you stranded miles from home. Aging riders value peace of mind, and nothing delivers that like a motorcycle that simply works. Fuel injection is one of the most important upgrades over older carbureted systems. It eliminates the guesswork, removes removes the need for manual choke operation and adjusts automatically to altitude and temperature. Cold starts are no longer a hassle, and you don't have to worry about your engine sputtering out at a red light. It's cleaner, smoother, and more dependable in every riding condition. For older riders, fuel-injected bikes reduce both maintenance and frustration. Another key component is the starter system. Say goodbye to kickstarters. Electric starters with push-button ignition should be the standard for any rider past middle age. They require minimal effort, reduce strain on the knees and ankles, and ensure that even after a short rest stop, you can get moving again without delay. It's not just convenient, it's safer, especially in traffic or on uneven terrain where quick starts matter. When choosing a reliable bike, consider brands and models known for longevity and ease of maintenance. Manufacturers like Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki have long been praised for producing motorcycles that run for decades with minimal issues. Models like the Honda Shadow, Suzuki SV650, and Kawasaki Vulcan S combine modern engineering with low-maintenance designs that fit the needs of everyday riders, especially those who would rather ride than wrench. Simple dashboard layout, analog speedometers, and intuitive switchgear also make a difference. The fewer distractions you have on your dash, the easier it is to focus on the ride. Older riders don't need a touchscreen or voice commands. They need a bike that tells them what they need to know when they need to know it with no fuss. Regular upkeep becomes more important with age, too. Choose a bike that allows easy access to basic maintenance points like oil filters, battery compartments, and brake fluid reservoirs. If your bike requires a half-day teardown just to check the air filter, you're going to start avoiding routine tasks, which only leads to bigger problems down the road. Many older riders also choose motorcycles with shaft drive systems instead of traditional chains. Shaft drives require far less maintenance and are cleaner, quieter, and more durable over time. Belt drives are another good compromise, offering a smoother ride with less upkeep than chains. Reliability isn't just about avoiding breakdowns, it's about enjoying every mile with complete focus and trust. When your motorcycle is simple to operate and easy to maintain, your energy stays on the ride, not the repair. You don't second-guess your throttle, you don't wonder if your engine will stall, and you don't spend hours chasing down electrical gremlins or worn-out gaskets. And when the ride itself is dependable, you can shift your attention to something just as vital: how your motorcycle fits your body. Number 2. Switch to a lower seat height. One of the smartest changes older riders can make is switching to a motorcycle with a lower seat height. It may sound like a small detail, but the difference in how a low seat affects your stability, confidence, and overall riding comfort is enormous, especially as your joints, balance, and mobility start to shift with age. If you want to keep enjoying the road without unnecessary strain, a lower seat might be the most practical and empowering upgrade you can make. So why does seat height matter so much? It starts with confidence at a stop. Being able to plant both feet flat on the ground when you come to a red light, a stop sign, or a tricky intersection gives you a sense of control that taller bikes simply can't provide. That flat-footed stance prevents tip-overs, helps with balance during slow maneuvers, and makes parking or backing up far less stressful. The risk of dropping your bike goes down significantly, especially when you're fatigued or navigating an uneven surface like gravel or a sloped driveway. A lower seat also means less physical strain when mounting or dismounting your motorcycle. As flexibility decreases with age, swinging your leg over a tall saddle or maneuvering around a high rear fender becomes harder. This can lead to awkward off-balance movements that put your hips, knees, and back at risk. A lower seat lets you climb on and off more naturally without needing to twist or stretch in uncomfortable ways. There's also the issue of bike weight and balance. Many motorcycles with lower seat heights are also designed with a lower center of gravity. This makes them feel lighter than they are and easier to manage at low speeds. Whether you're executing a U-turn in a parking lot or pulling up to a fuel pump, that added stability can be the difference between confidence and clumsiness. And for older riders, less struggle means more enjoyment. Some motorcycles are naturally built with lower seats, especially cruisers and standard bikes. Models like the Honda Rebel 500, Harley-Davidson Softail Standard, and Yamaha V-Star 950 offer seat heights in the 26 to 28-inch range, ideal for riders who want security and comfort without compromising on power or style. Even mid-size adventure bikes now come with factory low-seat options or lowering kits to help accommodate riders of all sizes and experience levels. It's worth noting that lowering your seat isn't just about leg length, it's about joint comfort. When your knees are bent too sharply, pressure builds up in the joints. A lower seat angle often allows for a more open leg position, which reduces fatigue and helps with circulation. It also eases the strain on your hips, especially during longer rides where posture can wear you down over time. If you're unsure whether a motorcycle is the right height for you, sit on it before making any decisions. Can you place both feet flat on the ground? Can you shift your weight from side to side without strain? Does mounting and dismounting feel fluid or forced? These small checkpoints can prevent bigger issues later. And if you already own a bike you love but find the height just a bit too tall, you still have options. Many manufacturers offer low seat kits, adjustable suspensions, or aftermarket saddles designed specifically to bring the seat closer to the ground. These modifications can bring your favorite motorcycle back into perfect ergonomic range. Ready to make your ride more comfortable? Like, subscribe, and comment below to share your thoughts on these essential tips, and let us know what's worked for you. And once you've grounded yourself with the right height, it's time to redefine how you think about speed, performance, and what riding joy really means. Number 1. Reframe what fast means. For many riders, especially in the early years, fast was everything. Fast acceleration, fast corners, fast straightaways. It was about pushing limits of the bike, the road, and your own courage. But as you grow older, that definition of fast begins to shift. It's no longer about top speed or leaning into every curve like a racer. It becomes something deeper, more practical, and ironically, more fulfilling. As an older rider, it's time to reframe what fast truly means. Fast doesn't have to mean reckless or extreme. In fact, the smartest riders know that fast can mean efficient, responsive, and effortless. It means having the right amount of power when you need it to pass safely on the highway, to merge with traffic confidently, or to navigate a winding road without overexertion. It's about riding in a way that feels fluid, not forced. When you're older, the real thrill comes from how well the motorcycle responds to your intentions, not how loud or aggressive it looks. This mindset shift opens the door to a new category of motorcycles, ones that are torquey, predictable, and satisfying to ride without exhausting you. Mid-range power, smooth throttle response, and balanced handling all become more important than a screaming redline or track-ready lean angle. You begin to value ride quality over raw horsepower, and you'll quickly realize this is not about giving something up, it's about gaining more control, more ease, and more enjoyment. Another piece of this evolution involves recognizing that speed is no longer the goal, it's the tool. A bike that can accelerate swiftly to avoid danger, maintain highway speed without vibration, and feel solid in crosswinds becomes more useful than one that just posts a big number on a dyno. Fast enough is no longer a compromise. It's the sweet spot where comfort meets capability. You also begin to notice the sensory experience more. When you're not hyper-focused on pushing limits, you start to feel the road differently. You take in the scent of the air, the texture of the asphalt, and the rhythm of the landscape. You're not rushing through the ride, you're in it. This kind of mindfulness isn't possible when you're chasing speed, but when you slow down even just a little, the richness of riding returns in full. For many older riders, shifting to this new understanding of speed also reduces fatigue and increases safety. Riding within your comfort zone allows for quicker decisions, smoother inputs, and fewer surprises. It also lowers the physical strain on your wrists, shoulders, back, and core, letting you ride longer and recover faster. That's not to say you have to avoid performance bikes altogether. There are plenty of middleweight standards, cruisers, and even modern classics that offer great acceleration without sacrificing control. Models like the Kawasaki Z650 RS, Triumph Speed Twin 900, or the Yamaha MT series provide satisfying, usable power without overwhelming you. These bikes reward finesse, not aggression. And that's exactly the point. The truth is, fast is relative. Fast today means feeling confident. Fast means riding within your ability, not at its edge. It means enjoying the bike and the road for what they are, not for how far you can push them. It's the kind of fast that lets you come home energized, not exhausted, content, not anxious. Riding into the golden years has never been more exciting. Like, subscribe, and comment below to stay updated and learn more tips on making the most of your motorcycling experience.